Well, the wildfires are also complicating things for a major sports event in the province. The Canada Games have been underway since last weekend, and the fires are now affecting several events and venues. The CBC's Jackie McKay has the details from St. John's.
This morning, a little bit of scrambling to figure out where venues were. Its games were canceled. So right now we're in a live arena for box lacrosse. So if you hear a loud buzzer, it is a live sporting venue. It has been going off. So we have a lot of the venues were actually in Paradise, which, as you've said, are under an evacuation notice. Pretty dramatic scene at beach volleyball yesterday. You could see there's lots of wildfire smoke from that Patty's Pond fire. Just a short distance away. Volleyball today is now postponed. Sailing also postponed, and we had to move some venues. So here, box lacrosse was supposed to be at this big new complex, and now we're here. Lots of volunteers worked really hard to move this over here today. Soccer is also postponed. We talked to some officials about air quality as well as a concern for some of those athletes who are outside. They're keeping an eye on if the levels get too high, if they keep an eye on that. Right now, it's okay for athletes to be outside competing so far. We're going to keep a close eye on that. But it was a big scramble last night for volunteers and people who work here, just trying to figure out new venues that could be changed that were scheduled for that Paradise area. So far, everything is going ahead as scheduled. I hope you can hear me. It is very loud. You can hear that people are still really excited in the background. The Canada Games must go on. We were talking to some refs, though, just about what it actually takes to change a venue, and it's not super simple. So lacrosse, the on the floor, those white lines, not paint, they're actually duct tape that the refs had on them. They duct taped the lines on the ground. A little bit different for the players. They're now on cement. They were supposed to be on turf. And we've also heard that the volunteers, there's about 5,000 volunteers, and a lot of them local from Newfoundland, worked so hard, late into the night, just moving things over, equipment, the timers, the buzzers, as you can hear. They had to move that all over. So it was a real effort to move the venues over. They could go back to Paradise if things clear up. I think that's a lot of the hope for a lot of the athletes. But for right now, people are working really hard to keep the games going, and we're just waiting to hear if anything changes, and we're going to keep a close eye on that for you.
The CBC's Jackie McKay for us there in St. John's. Well, Karen Sheriffs is the CEO of the Canada Games Host Society. She says despite the difficulties, volunteers and organizers are going above and beyond to ensure the games are a success.
You can see here today the volunteers showed up immediately. We pivoted, we had to change, and a strong volunteer group who just all were here actually before the doors were even open this morning to help get this venue ready for those athletes to come and compete. And I think that's a pretty special story to share. You know, we have people impacted, we have staff impacted, we have volunteers who are impacted by all this, and you know, our thoughts are with everybody who's currently experienced this and also responding to this.
Karen Sheriffs is the CEO of the Canada Games Host Society.